I say here. What's going on there, people? How you doing? Episode 39. Get ready. I think we close to basketball season ending. Baseball heating up. Football. All talk about mini camp and certain things. Partner go come in, give you the lowdown. So, if you watch for the first time, please on Twitch follow me on Twitch. Like I said, I do a couple of gaming on there or whatever. YouTube, like, share, subscribe. Facebook, follow the page. Twitter, follow me on Twitter. All that jazz. We are ready to go. My boy is here. He got a lot to say. You already know what you gotta do. So let's do it. Let's do the damn thing. Let's fucking go.
Draft day dreams, players rise and fall. Every underdog story, we're given the call. Strategies and highlights, we'll break down it all. With Enforcer on the beat, we're having the ball. So grab your headphones, let's kick it right. Together we'll unravel the Friday night hype. With laughter and insights, we're taking flight. On the Self-Made Podcast, the future is bright. Talking football, all year that's our creed. With every episode, together we lead. Self-Made Podcast, planted like a seed. In the world of the game, we'll always succeed.
Yeah, what's going on? Of course, I'm here. And if I'm here,
They would say yes.
he's here.
Robbie.
What you love, man? What you talking about you love?
My big man.
We're gonna find out last week after the show. This man got to meet a legend.
Oh,
a
man.
legend from the U. One of my favorite running backs, Clinton Portis.
One of my favorites, too. I was shocked when I saw him. I'm standing right next to him. I didn't even know it was him at first. I'm standing next to him like, yo, why this dude looks so familiar? And then I said, you know what? Let me spin around so I can see his face. So I spun behind the counter and I'm looking at his face. I said, oh, shit, this looks just like Clinton Portis.
He said,
But I
what?
said it loud enough for him to hear me to see if he would react. He kept his cool. He ain't say nothing. So then I said, yo, bro, what's your name? He said, you just said it. I said, I thought that was you. So one of my employees was like, yo, so who is he? I said, that's Clinton Portis. That's one of my favorite running backs.
Let me tell you something about the U. The U like to play those games. I did that same shit a couple years ago with Santana Moss in Planet Fitness. Like, yo, are you Santana Moss? He's like, nope. I'm like, dude, don't play with me. I'm a fan. Don't play with me. Like now it's like, all right. I'm gonna say it low. You Santana Moss. Like,
I mean, I bought him lunch.
Oh, you brought lunch?
Yeah. Bought him lunch. We chopped it. He stayed for a little while, chopped it up with me. Yeah, man. We talked sports, we talked gambling, we talked a bunch of stuff while he was there. He stayed for like an hour and a half.
What's up, man?
And we chopped it up. He's the new running backs coach for Dell State.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's on whatchamacallit, Deshaun Jackson staff.
Bad.
So I'm gonna be seeing them all the time.
Right. Oh, that. Oh,
I was gonna
yeah.
tell him, take my number, you know what I mean? I'm out here, you need anything, you know what I mean? You can't be outside like I could be outside. Come holler at me, you need anything, bro, I got you.
Man, listen, him, Deshaun, Michael Vick down here. I forgot
Yeah.
who he got coaching down
And
here.
it's so stupid because they just moved the Dell State and Norfolk State game to Philly. Now it's gonna be at Lincoln Stadium,
Yeah,
at
yeah.
Lincoln Financial instead of having it here in Delaware.
I don't know.
They
I
going
might
they
take a
they
trip.
they price is about to be up.
I might take a trip. I might take a trip. That's gonna be a dope game. So, brother, we got a lot to talk about.
Let me
We
start
got
off with a slide that I forgot to send you.
what's that?
Our Michigan got their ass whooped.
Oh
Yeah,
no! I think I
we
know what
got we
you're talking
got
about, sir.
smoked 53-38.
I think I know what you're talking about, sir.
We got smoked.
We,
UFL championship game. We got smoked in the Super Bowl.
we will congratulate.
Yeah, I
I do
mean,
got a picture. I do got a picture.
congratulations, DC.
I do got
Y'all
a picture.
played a hell of a game. Y'all had a hell of a season. You was the number one seed all year long. Congratulations.
So with that being said, I think we will go with baseball first because that's the picture I got. I think I got it on baseball. Let's
Whatever you
see.
want to
We
do.
go talk.
I thought he was gonna come out and do something. He ain't get smoked, but he gave up a run in the first inning.
Oh no! There we go. I got. There it is. Congratulations, DC.
Congratulations. Y'all did your thing. I give you nothing but respect and props.
I'll tell you this though. One of those touchdown passes. One of those touchdown passes probably with one of my cousins. I don't know. I got to make sure he's my cousin. I saw Jaden Mickens. I was like, oh, got
You
find
know
out.
what? He used to play. If that's the same Mickens I'm thinking about, he used to play for the Bucks.
It might be. It
If
might
it's
be.
the same Mickens, he played for the Bucks. He from LA. He one of the little homies. If that's the same Jaden Mickens, I mean, it's not. It could be somebody different, but if that's the same one that used to be on the Bucks, he actually won a ring with Brady in them.
I gotta look it up. I gotta look
So
it
it
up.
might be. It might be the same Mickens.
I
But
will.
that's the same name as the one I'm referring to.
I'm thinking because like I said, I lost contact with Ray a long time ago, so
Yeah.
I gotta find out who's who anymore. But I'm just excited. Good congratulations for y'all, Michigan. Y'all had a successful
Yes,
season. Y'all
very
got
successful season.
you got the USFL championship.
It
Y'all
fell
got
short, but I'm proud of you.
oh yeah, we got we finally got a team we can root for now. We gonna get into the games more
Yeah.
often. So
Yeah, I ain't tell you they took me out the walking boot yesterday.
no,
Yeah, I'm back. Well, I'm not walking normal, but I don't have to wear the boot no more.
all
My
right.
leg, man, my ankle killing me, but I'm surviving.
And one step, no pun intended, but one step at a time, brother. One step at a time.
One step closer.
Yes, sir. Now back to this.
One step closer to putting my foot in somebody's ass.
Hey, hey. Let's talk about this shit real quick because I thought this man was gonna like pitch at least majority of the game.
He was supposed to only pitch 2 innings, but they took him out after one because he was getting beat up a little bit.
Man, he only got 2 hits. They
But
got 2 hits.
they ended up winning the game, so it's all good. He probably just wasn't comfortable yet. You know, he's only been doing batting sessions. He ain't really did nothing crazy.
Well, hold on now, because one of those pitches he pitched clocked in over 100.
Yeah, 103. I'm not saying that he can't throw. I'm just saying he got to get used to being on the mound again,
Right.
going against actual batters and not just throwing sessions.
I mean,
He's gonna be fine. Trust me.
I mean, it's fucked up. Even in one inning, he still made history.
He is still the best athlete in baseball. Period.
Bar none.
He's still the best. He might be the best athlete in baseball history.
All right.
They could talk. They could talk that Babe Ruth shit all they want, but nobody did what he did in terms of pitches, hits, and steals
No,
in a season.
I don't think we ever talk about Babe Ruth as best athletic. We could say one of the best hitters of all time.
Yeah, just hit it. But you remember he pitched for a little while too, and that's why they say that.
Ah, did he? Yeah, he did.
He pitched a little too.
He did.
But he ain't no Tommy. This dude ain't even a little dude. He's like 6'6", 6'5".
Look at that dude.
Like
Look
he's
at
a
him.
big dude.
That's a big. That's a big dude. Like,
And
like honestly,
he be stealing bases regularly. Like it's nothing.
like honestly, he like I said, he no one right talk about it, but he actually made history this game. He start a pitch and let off in the same game. That happened since 1930 something. They said so. Shout out to him. And
Yeah,
yeah, the
because
Dodgers did win.
when he was a starting pitcher, he wasn't the leadoff. He was playing
Mm-mm.
outfield then.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that is the first time. You know what's going on tonight, right?
Come on, that.
The Mets start a series against the Braves.
Oh shit! In fact, yeah, we're gonna talk about that. 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 Let's talk about this right here. You put this. I did not know
Yo,
this. You said it.
the the Red Sox never cease to amaze me. What is wrong with these dudes? All right, yeah, you and Devers is having a disagreement about his position and where you want him to play. Y'all want him to be a DH. He wants to play this, and y'all don't want him to play this. Whatever, cool. But y'all gotta stop trading some of your best players because this is just stupid.
Especially the
Like
West Coast.
he was pretty. He between him and Durant, they was your two best hitters. Well, Bregman's having a good season, but between him and Durant, those was your two best players besides Bregman. Why would you want to trade this man? Like, I mean, I at least you traded him out of the AL, out of
Yeah,
the American League. At least you were smart enough to do that. But
right.
y'all didn't learn from when you traded Mookie Betts to the Dodgers. Like, y'all ain't learned from that.
That's what I said. That's why I just said you traded him. Traded another good player to the West Coast. First Mookie was to
For
the
two
Dodgers,
pitchers,
and now this dude to the fucking Giants. I mean, granted,
for two pitchers that ain't even that good.
I guess they said they gonna develop him. I guess. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. So I'm smiling because it's the Red Sox. So yeah, this show y'all always do talking about our shit. Well, this is some other
Unbelievable,
shit y'all
bro.
do.
It is unbelievable.
So here's the R-Star leader vote
Yo,
leaders right now.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I was almost late for the show. I almost had to
Bro,
go. Now listen, bro. So I run up to the casino for a few minutes because on Tuesdays at 2:00 they give out a gift. Today I think they gave me like some silverware, like
okay.
a silverware set. So I
Okay.
go over to the crabs table. I say, you know what, I'm gonna buy it for $100 real quick, see what happens on my way out. Bro, the first time I hit them for 2,600.
Ooh.
Went, cashed out, came back with $100. So you know I'm gonna do one more hundred on the way out. Hit him for
Right.
2,900 and ran. And I did it just in the nick of time for me to make it home on time for the show.
Bro, hey. First of all,
Crazy.
make that money, but damn, boy.
Crazy. Yeah, because I was about to have to call you like, yo, bro, I'm on a hot streak right now. I don't know if I can leave. Man, I said, you
I,
know what? I'm going to see bro right now. Forget this. We out. I got an obligation to fulfill. Let's go.
man,
I got enough for the day. And then I hit the dealership and told him, yo, man, what type of down payment I need for that bike. So I'm waiting for him to text me back. But yeah,
ooh.
All Star, yeah. All Star about to be lit because you know Lindor has almost 500,000 more votes than the next man in line.
Especially at the. If I definitely gotta say this, and as a Yankee fan, this dude gotta be one of the best damn shortstops I have seen since DJ.
He just took down Jeter's record for home runs
Yeah,
by a
yeah,
shortstop.
yeah.
And Pete Alonso, I think he's second in first baseman voting
Um,
behind I think Freddie Freeman.
yeah. He's not that far behind. But
Yeah.
as of right now, this is the leaders of all positions in the NL. Tiny, of course, on the side there, I think because of DH. But I see
Lindor
a lot of
definitely
Dodgers
deserves
up there. A lot of Dodgers up there. Here, what's going cool? The Cubs. I see two people from the Cubs.
The Cubs have been balling this year.
Oh yeah,
They lead in their division.
So this is the NL. So I think the R starting not that in July. So here's the AL. Of course, Judd would be up there. Goldschmidt.
Goldschmidt's been hitting.
He's been clocking in, and I love it.
He's
Uh,
definitely been hitting.
of course, Trout is up there.
The
There's some
Phillies,
names. There's some names up here. I think I'll see Green up there. If you said at the beginning of the season you would
the
think Green.
Philly, the Phillies just benched Nick Castellanos for comments made to the manager yesterday.
Oh, that's breaking news.
Yeah.
That's breaking news. Also, I don't got the picture up here, but shout out to my boy Judd, first player of all from both leagues to hit 100 hits. So just gotta get you focused.
And Pete Alonso is leading major league in RBIs. The Mets are leading major league in ERA. Shit looking good, bro.
So far, so good. So far, so good. We get it. We get it.
First
That's
half
the goal.
of the season, we balling.
That's the goal. If y'all don't understand, it's your first time watching our goal. Me and him.
When is the All-Star game?
I just had it. I know it's in July.
Okay, so we got about trades. Yeah, trades between Major League Baseball and basketball about to ramp up the next few weeks.
Oh, what is it? I'm looking at it right now. Speaking of that, we got a whole bunch of shit to talk about. Oh, they just don't want the voting. I don't know what the date is. This is the schedule for tonight. As he stated earlier, the Mets are in Atlanta, downtown Atlanta, about to rock tonight. As this man do not like the Braves, so he hates the Braves. This is from childhood. We don't like the Braves. I think my Yankees in Cali. They still Angels. Philly. You just said Philly.
I was pissed.
Guy.
They lost to the Angels last night. I was pissed.
It was a good pitching game though.
It was pissing me off is what it was doing. And then I was even more mad because I bet on a pitcher to throw 4 strikeouts. He only threw 3. Schmidt. I bet on Schmidt to throw 4 strikeouts and he only threw 3. I was pissed.
You could have got that 4 strikeout though.
Then I bet on the Yankees to win the game and they lost. Couldn't believe it against the Angels. Angels are trash.
Sorry, bro.
You got me.
Hey, it's baseball.
They're not gonna win. They're not gonna lose back to back. So I'm taking them again tonight.
Oh yeah.
Back to back. And y'all got Warren pitching tonight. He should give me my 4 strikeouts.
At least that's the minimum he could give you.
Nah, I'm hoping because last week he only gave me 4.
I mean, that's the minimum you get from him, bro.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Baltimore against the Rays.
I got the Rays in that one, but it should be a good game.
It's the East right there.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh against Detroit.
Detroit gonna smoke them, and I got Mize is pitching for Detroit. He gonna smoke them dudes. And he gonna go deep in that game. St. Louis and the Sox. Sox trash this year for some reason. Washington trash too after last night. They lost to the Rockies last night. They got a better pitcher pitching tonight, so they should be at. Well, no, they don't. They got Soroka pitching tonight. Both pitchers suck. I take the over.
But still to lose to Colorado right now. It's not a.
Yeah, Yank. That's why I can't wait to play the Braves. They just lost to Colorado before coming to us.
Ooh.
Can't wait to see them.
Kansas City against Texas.
I'm going to take Texas. Even though Lugo's pitching, I'll take Texas. But I think that's going to be a low-scoring game because both offenses have been trash lately.
Okay. We already talked about the Yankees. Milwaukee and Chicago.
It should be a good game, low-scoring. I got Chicago, though.
All right. Arizona and interleague. Arizona against the Blue Jays.
You got Bassett pitching against Pete Fat. I kind of like Arizona. I like Bassett to give up a bunch of hits tonight.
Boston against Seattle.
Fuck Boston. Dumbasses. They gonna lose.
Please do, please do. Minnesota, Cincinnati.
I forget who's pitching, but I think the Reds got the better pitcher tonight. No, yeah, Reds got Abbott pitching tonight. Abbott's lights out. His ERA is like 1.89.
Ooh.
He's not giving up nothing.
Oh shit. You got it'd be rare to have a bad night. You got those second numbers.
Yeah, he's not giving.
Cleveland,
And
San
he's at home.
Francisco.
Probably San Fran tonight. They just got Devers, you know. They just got a boost.
Damn, he gonna start tonight too? That's crazy work. Houston and Oakland. Are they still Oakland? I keep on like,
Yeah,
can we
they've
still call
been.
them Oakland? But
Yeah, they've been bad. I'm gonna stick with Houston tonight.
they like my new rival right now.
Oh yeah, San Fran got the boy Robbie Ray pitching tonight. They definitely smoking in Cleveland.
Okay. San Diego, LA rivalry.
I don't remember who's pitching in this game. It just depends on who's pitching.
They didn't announce it. All right.
Yeah, I don't think they announced it. So if that's the case, I'm taking the over because that sounds like it's gonna be a bullpen game.
So let's start. I had this in the wrong spot, but
That's
Josh
fine.
Paul's next. But this guy got extension. Do he deserve it? We're talking about NBA right now. I know my damn shit say fucking.
What did he? I mean, he gets them to the play-in every year, I guess.
So wait. So what's the? I remember they like the fans, especially in Chicago, wanted him out.
They want him out because they think they have a chance to get the guy we just fired back, and they want Tibbs back. My thing is, it's not the coach that's the problem. You have no roster. Like you traded away. What's the boy, the light skinned kid, Levine.
Yeah.
You traded away Levine. You let whatchamacallit walk, DeRozan walk. Like you got Kobe White and Vucevic trying to outscore the rest of another team. And what's the other dude name? Damn, the light skinned dude. Goody is something. It's on the tip of my tongue. But you got these three dudes trying to just outscore everybody, out defend everybody, and it's not possible.
So you got a 10, 11 man roster, only 3 show up.
Yeah, you got a young boy that you think gonna be good, but he hasn't really done much. They just have a bad roster. Like, what do you want them to do with that?
Well, so I think if I'm not mistaken, I think his extension is 4 years. I think.
What are they gonna do in those 4 years? Jordan ain't coming back. They was good with they. I mean, the only other time they was good is when they had Rose. Rose ain't coming back either.
I don't know what's
They
next.
need impact players. Like they tried it with Levine for years, but he couldn't stay healthy. Like when DeRozan and them was there, it was a solid team, but it wasn't a contender. It was I'll get you to the playoffs, but it wasn't a contending team. When are they going to be a contender is the question. But I mean, the coach ain't a bad coach. He got them to the playoffs with the names we just said.
So is he one big name away, or
Nah,
he need more than one big name?
I don't think there's any team that's going to win without at least two key players. Like OKC, you got Williams and you got Shea, but you also got Holmgren, who's pretty much your third best player. So, yeah, I mean these teams, the Knicks, you got Brunson and Cat. Then you got people to sprinkle around them. The Celtics, you got Tatum and you got Brown, then you got White as their third. You know, so the teams that they going against have more than one star on it.
Mm-hmm.
What are they gonna do with Kobe White as their best player? I love Kobe White. You know, went to NC, balled out. But what are you gonna do with just Kobe White and Vucevic? Vucevic will give you 20 and 10, which I was shocked they didn't trade him at the trade deadline to the Warriors like they were supposed to. I don't know what happened with that deal. Even after the Butler deal went through, that was supposed to happen, and it never happened. because now, if I'm not mistaken, he's a free agent after this season. So you might have just let him walk for free.
Oh, oh wow. Well, we'll
If I'm
see.
not mistaken, I could be wrong. He could have one more year in his contract, but either way, it's still an expiring contract.
We'll just gotta wait and see. Because
Oh,
is it the draft? When is the draft?
whenever this finals over, it's like a couple days later.
With some moves. Speaking of
I,
moves,
I hope the Knicks go get Vucevic. Go get Vucevic, have Robinson coming off the bench, and have Vucevic as the starter.
what happened here, bro?
I'm not sure what kind of dope they were smoking. I'm thinking it was some high powered shit,
some
but
80s Miami shit.
no, it was Blue Magic.
Woo!
They had that Blue Magic, bro, because he's your best player. I don't care about JJJ. He's supposed to be your best player, but you stop giving him the ball like halfway through the season. Morant can't stay healthy. Bane was the only consistent baller on the team this year. He balled. Oh, he's the reason y'all was in the playoffs. He was out there getting it. And y'all just traded him for a bag of chips. You traded him for Caldwell Pope. Are you kidding me? Caldwell Pope and 4 first round picks from a team that's not going to be picking in the lottery. Why?
So I don't think I got the picture. I don't think I got
The Magic are brilliant. The Magic are brilliant. They're putting him with Banchero. They put in him with Wagner. Because don't they got both Wagners? They got both Wagners, right?
I think so.
We got one that was out for the season and one that balled and was averaging like 18 a game. So you got both Wagners coming back. What's the kid that they got from the Sixers that's always hurt? The point guard. Fultz. Is it Fultz?
Yeah, yes,
You know who I'm talking about.
I know you're talking about,
He
but yeah,
can't shoot, but he's a point guard. He's a baller. But the Magic about to have a squad.
So that's my next question. Would you, like you said with Chicago, does this make the Magic in the conversation of contender talk?
I think it puts the Magic in the top 4 in the East. I think it'll put them top 4 because who's the top? Think about it. Who's the top 4 this year? You had the Knicks, you had Celtics, you had Cavs, and who was number 4?
Right.
I don't. Yeah, Pacers was 4, right? Or was it 5? All right, Pacers. Say the Pacers was 4. Right. If Banchero, both Wagners, and him are healthy, they're gonna be number 4. Well, they're gonna be in the top 4.
All right.
Pacers will still be top 6. Because think about the East. What you got in the East that you gotta really worry about? You got Detroit that looked good last year, but I think they overachieved. You got the Magic. The Magic was just hurt. And you don't even know if the Celtics is going to be a top 4 team next year because no Tatum. No Tatum. You're probably going to lose Porzingis, and you're definitely going to lose Holiday.
God damn.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
So, I mean, they could retool and go after Durant or somebody. You know what I mean? So at this moment, I don't even know if the Celtics will be top 5 because can Jaylen Brown game in and game out with a bad knee be the man for a whole season?
Yeah. Speak of that.
Is Derek White that guy when he's forced into that role where he needs to be the guy? When he needs to be Robin, can Derek White be Robin? You know what I mean? Because remember, he never had to be Robin. He was Alfred. He was Alfred. He was assisting the superstar. He was assisting Batman and Robin. Now he got to be Robin instead of Alfred.
I was about to say that how many opportunities did he had to be Robin?
Now, when he played the Knicks, he went off. But all he does is shoot threes. Like, can he get down and dirty in the paint and grab rebounds and get scrappy for rebounds? He can get you assists. I give him that because the way their offense is designed, all he got to do is kick it to the open man.
I got you. I got you. Speaking of,
But that Magic team gonna be real.
Let's stay with Memphis for a minute.
These guys, it's the drugs. All right. They keep saying they're not gonna trade him, but I cannot see them making Jared Jackson and him $200 million men. First of all, I can't see them making him a $200 million player, period, because of his antics. The problem with him is you need him to sell tickets. See, you got teams like the Knicks, the Celtics, the Lakers that are going to sell tickets no matter what.
Right.
Whether the team is good, whether the team is bad, they're going to sell tickets. The Bulls, whether the team is good, bad, or indifferent, they're going to sell tickets. Because you're not coming there for players, you're coming there for the team.
Right.
Teams like this team, Houston, certain teams, you have to have players. Like if Curry if Curry left Golden State, it ain't gonna be the same. If Curry just left the team, you need a player to bring in certain markets, you need a player to bring in those people to buy tickets. Memphis, they not coming to them games without a star on the floor. They not coming to them games.
So it's like depending on if let's say Ja do get traded, depending on what team comes to visit, that's when they're gonna have a sellout arena.
That's part of it. But if he gets traded, what they need to do is bring in somebody. Because you can't build a team just around Jackson. He balled out when they was giving him the ball, then halfway through the season, they just stopped giving him the rock. So I don't know what happened. Did he fall out with the coach or what? And then they fired the coach and he still wasn't getting the ball in the playoffs.
Why do teams do that shit? It seems like it's like a running gag when someone's hot, and then when your star player comes back, you stop giving the ball instead of
It made no sense, bro. It made no sense. But that's what they did.
We'll see what happens. Another one we gotta see what happens because I think it seems like everything gonna happen around draft night, or at least the day before. It should be happening now as we speak because of what just happened with Bane. But this is gonna be interesting. Now, before I read this, I remember what you said. You like Jason Kidd. I got to back up. So I'm gonna read it first. How the New York Knicks botched their search for a new head coach. You're gonna give me that one, but if they don't get him, bring this man home.
Bro, when I told you Jason Kidd, this is the other name that I said. I said Jason Kidd and Mark Jackson will be the two perfect coaches for this team because they both play point guard for the team. They both love the team. They both got ties to New York. They both probably got a house in New York. Like, they would both be perfect. He got blackballed for saying some shit about gay people, and they hate him for that. So he been blackballed for that. But goddamn, I thought y'all was Christians. Ain't y'all supposed to forgive? Forgive, give him a second chance or something.
I'm sorry, bro. Listen, this is New York, and y'all have players that said the most disrespectful shit ever.
New York don't give a damn what he said.
Don't give a damn. So let's cut the BS.
It's the league that's the issue.
The league? Oh, come on, man! Y'all had an owner who blatantly was racist as hell, and y'all try to keep him there. If the fans and the players did not do what they did, he would have still been there.
Bro,
I got no my information before I say what I want to say with the Knicks ownership. But
if they get him, we win in the ring. I don't care what nobody says.
I'm on this for life.
Look how he built Golden State.
That
wasn't Kerr that did that. That was him that put that team together.
Bro, I've been saying that ever since. I said, y'all send Mark Jackson the ring because that's the team he built.
But if the Knicks do this, first of all, it fits both criteria. He's a player coach that the players will respect, and he's a splashy name for Dolan because Dolan wants a splashy name.
Mm-hmm.
So you get the big. I mean, technically, The Knicks were denied an interview with Jason Kidd, but they can still trade for Jason Kidd. Like if they hit them up and yo, I give you 3 second-round picks for Kidd, you taking it, and they say yeah, then they can trade for him, but they just haven't been granted permission to interview him. But legally, they could still trade for Kidd if they tried.
So is this what they mean by how the Knicks botched their search for new head coach? Because
They didn't see. This is what the media wants to make you believe. They want you to believe that these were the only candidates the Knicks were looking at. The Knicks have a competent front office for once. These are not the only candidates they were looking at. They just put out feelers to see if any of this was possible. If it was possible, they're going to jump on it. If it's not, that's like you got some cute ass chicks in high school. You know they super uppity and they got a boyfriend, but you want to see if she going to let you slide anyway. So you holler at her and see if she going to let you slide. She says, nah, I'm faithful. So she stay with her man. It's the exact same thing in this situation. All they did was stay what they do. You know what I mean? So, of course, they're going to put out feelers to the top coaches in the game to see if they're willing to jump ship for a really good situation. Why wouldn't you?
Right.
So, but I never thought that. I thought the Kidd one was possible only because Kidd had interest in the job. And, I mean, we are talking about the Mavericks that just traded Luka Doncic. So, they're liable to do anything.
Right.
So I didn't expect them to say, yeah, you can. Oh man, Tyler McGill is out on the IL with an elbow sprain for the Mets. So we just lost 2 pitchers for the next month. I think 30 days. Bro, we deep as shit at pitching, so I ain't even worried about that.
Elbow strain, long as it's not that. What's that? Tommy John, I think they call it.
Oh, it ain't no Tommy John. It's just a sprain.
So let's go to this one. Where is this man going?
All right, so this is the problem with this bird brain. The Knicks already came out and said they don't want him.
Okay,
Knicks came out said they're not interested in trading for him. The Rockets, Miami, and I think the Spurs are trying. They put out a little feeler trade. They didn't blow it up, but they put out a feeler trade to see if the Suns would bite, and the Suns said that their trades were weak. The Timberwolves are the team that's been the most aggressive trying to get him, but he said he doesn't want to go to the Timberwolves. The problem with all of this is he thinks he has power in this situation, and you have no trade. You don't have a no trade clause. You're going to go where you're sent.
Right.
The teams involved have to be worried because he's pretty much a 1-year rental. So if he's not willing to sign an extension, you don't want to tear half your team up getting him, and he can walk in a year. So it's sort of a tricky situation. If you don't send him where he wants to go, he's not going to sign an extension. Then he can go wherever he wants to go after the year is out. If you do send him where he wants to go, you got to get the right amount of trade compensation in return. The teams that he wants to go to are lowballing them because he pretty much took your power away when it comes to those teams because he told them he wants to go there.
Right.
And the teams that he doesn't want to go to are making the strongest offers. So what do you do in a situation like that? Like if I'm the Knicks, I'll send him a role player like maybe I'd send him maybe an OG or a Bridges, and because remember Bridges was there before he went there, and he was balling for them. I'd send him a Bridges and a bunch of draft picks for the 1-year rental. Because if you don't have to give up Karl-Anthony Towns and you add Durant to that roster, that would be insane. Put him at the 3, either OG or Bridges at the 2, Brunson at the 1, Karl at the 4, and go crazy. But I don't think the Knicks really need to make a huge move to make a push. I think the Knicks need to get a stronger bench with better players on the bench, starting quality players on the bench, and maybe go get a big man like Vucevic, put him at the starter, and let Robinson keep coming off the bench because that's the way he's gonna stay healthy. But I don't know where Durant ends up, bro, because it looks like the Timberwolves will probably beat the team, and him and Ant Man play together for a year. But what are they gonna have to give up to get him is the question. Cause I'm sure they're gonna want McDaniel. I'm sure they're gonna want Dum Dum Randall because
Mhm.
it's so because he's got 1 year left on his contract. I can't see them giving up Gobert because they don't have another center, and I could probably see them wanting Nas Reed because Nas Reed is their best player off the bench, and they just gave him big money either last year or year before.
So the next question before we go to the next slide is when you think we will find out where Durant's going next? Is it going to be before the draft or after the draft?
I think it has to be before the draft. He's gonna be he's going in the next week or two. It has to be before the draft because that's where the compensation comes in.
All right. I mean, if he goes where he want to go,
Like if he goes to the Spurs are gonna the Suns are gonna want the number 14 pick. Spurs ain't gonna give up the number 2 pick, but they can give up number 14.
that's right. Only it's because it's only 2 rounds.
But how much do you want to give up to get a 1 year rental? Unless he goes there and wants to stay there, and that's the team he wants to play on and be with Wemby and and your boy, whatchamacallit, the point guard for the next few years. Cool.
I
I
mean,
mean, his job would be easier if he did it that way. It's not a bad career move. I just don't know if that makes them a super contender in the West.
if
It'll make
depending
them
on what
better.
kind
I
of
could
year
tell
they
you
have,
that.
depending on what kind of year they have, and with him, if they're in a good position, I say within the top 4, he might want to stay. But they in the bottom or play-in situation, he's not
Yeah,
going to stay. He's not, especially if he's not the main guy. He's not
yeah.
going to want to stay. So, uh, congratulations to Angel Reese, her first ever career triple double. Why is this a big deal? Because some of y'all haters, I haven't watched the WNBA game still, but I still know who the fuck this chick is, and y'all still want to talk about her shooting and all this stuff. This girl is double machine, but now she got her first triple double, and they got the win. So
She is
shout out to
not
her.
some. She is not somebody that's gonna get you 1 million points a year. She is someone that's gonna give you 1,000,000% effort.
Yeah,
She's gonna leave it on the floor every time she plays. She's gonna give you everything she got every single time she plays. She's gonna be an all-star, all of that.
right.
So they can hate her as much as they want. She's still a good player. She's not the greatest shooter or any of that. She's not going out there dropping 40 points on any given night. But she's going to give you great. She's going to give you defense. She's
Yeah,
going to give you double-digit rebounds every night. And she'll probably give you 10 to 15 points a night.
at least hey, and one thing I gotta say about her. She says that I'm not a scorer, I'm a baller. And if y'all know the difference between that is
And she's cute. So it all works out.
cute. I've seen her outside of uniform.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But listen, we all know the WNBA need to do this. Clark, that's your future. That's your. I need to go there because the girl's bad. I'm not gonna go
That's
take away from Clark.
unfortunately, she's pretty much the face of the league.
Right.
And the reason I say unfortunately, and it's nothing against her, there were players like Asia, and there was some really good players before she got there, but people wasn't paying attention to any of them until she got there. And that's the part that I don't like. Like there were really good players already there.
That's what I was. This when I say that this is where y'all should direct it. I know last year it was a lot of hate, but not just her, Angel Reese, but Clark too. And you saw some of it, and then the swirl shell swoops with her little comments and all this shit. It got more attention. WWE got more attention that last year, and probably this year too, than in the past 5, maybe 6, 7 years.
I'm not even mad that they're making it a black and white thing for the simple fact that it's bringing so many people to the sport. I don't give a shit what they doing to bring it to the sport. Just bring it.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
girls, they work hard and they don't get enough props, respect, or money.
They're definitely not money. I mean,
So
and I think I don't know
I make more than some of the WNBA players. I make more than half the league.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think what team it was, but they were the first team to sell out 4 straight games.
Probably Clark.
So
Because at one point, like one of my brothers from out here, he was going to take his sons to Connecticut to a game. They ended up not canceling, but they sent everybody their money back for those tickets, moved the game to the NBA or the closest NBA arena, and then resold the tickets for more money.
I would just pay the difference. Like, nah, I pay the difference. Like, don't take my ticket.
That's what they when it comes to her games, they pushing it. People coming out. And I'm not mad at it. I want them to get more recognition.
Let me say this now.
And if Clark is the reason they doing it, keep doing what you're doing, shorty.
Let me say this right before the next thing. Angel, if you watch this later, I'm sorry about this picture. I was trying to look for the picture with you, you looking good and shit, but you was passionate in this picture, so I had to show them like, yo, But hey, next one, we got the playoffs. Let's talk about these finals.
Let's talk about your fake star scoring 4 points in an NBA Finals game, and he's supposed to be the star of the team with his bum ass.
Wait a minute. I just want to show you something. Because the last I saw this fool do this, he went bananas. This is all the scores, all the games, blah blah. Y'all know what it is. The last time I saw this dude do this, he went bananas. And what did he do? He go bananas. He went bananas.
What that man doing with that thing on his back?
What that man doing with that thing? He wore it again, and he went bananas. 40 points.
He dropped 40 in the playoffs.
Bro, the one game I watched, and he had to have that on. I was like, oh shit. I'm saying now, I'm watching this. I was watching it here. I had my TV right here. I was like, yo, this motherfucker going bananas.
And then I don't understand why any Rough Rider got a problem with this man getting us more recognition. That nigga famous. Go wear that shit every day this week if you want to.
You know why. We ain't gonna talk about it.
I don't care about that.
You know why.
This is global recognition. You ain't gonna see him wearing no Hell's Angels vest. He got on a Rough Rider. He got on a Rough Rider vest, and everybody talking about us in that vest. So I don't care. Rock that shit, Playboy.
Not only rocked it, not only talking about
drop 40 after you rock it. That's what I'm talking about. Now if he went out there and had 4 points like that other bum did, then I'd have a problem with you wearing the vest. But that man dropped 40 with that vest on. I'm cool with it. Wear that thing again, bro. I'm gonna pay your dues for the year. Go ahead and wear that vest, bro. You a part of anybody ask you a part of the Delaware chapter.
Man, shit.
Anybody ask you're a part of the Dover, Delaware chapter.
Motherfucker, you corporate, goddammit. You get paid more than all those motherfuckers. Come on, shut the fuck up.
You're a part of the Dover, Delaware chapter, baby.
So this is, if y'all haven't watched, because as we said last week, everybody's not watching because the market and all that stuff, we get it. But this is a good series as far as it's not a blowout, like every game.
I still haven't watched one game.
I watched the last game. I tell you that I did. I had to. Like, bro, I tell you how I watched it. I was like, okay, let's see the pregame because I'm about to watch wrestling, blah blah. And this motherfucker walks out that vest like, oh, keep it on there. Keep it on. That's all it took. I had to see the vest. So, but the Pacers As y'all know, Game 6 is Thursday back in Indiana. Can the Pacers take this, make it Game 7? I know you smiling. You got that little quirk smile. Say it. Just speak your mind. Speak your mind. I know you don't like it.
It's over. Game 7. It's over.
I want it to be over. I want it to be over because you know the
I'm gonna
fact
tell
that
you why. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why it's over. It's over because the NBA will get more ratings talking about the draft than they will talking about this NBA Finals.
Mm.
This NBA Finals ain't bringing nobody to watch this, but the draft is going to because you got players in this draft that are good. I don't know about superstars, but you got some future ballers in this draft. You know what I mean? The top 3 off the back are going to be ballers.
Right.
So after you get rid of this whack ass series, then you can start focusing on, let's talk about Kevin Durant, where he's going. He's got to move this week. Let's talk about, are they going to try to trade Cooper Cup for Giannis and a bunch of picks?
Right.
Is Giannis going to New York? Is Giannis going here, going to Houston? Is Durant going to Houston? People would much rather talk about that than be talking about the Pacers and Oklahoma City in the finals. So they'll be happy to get these finals over. The only reason I think Vegas allowed the Pacers to win 2 games is to keep people engaged. Because if it was a sweep, nobody would have watched after game 1. If game 1 was a blowout, nobody would have watched. But since game 1, you was up 20 and lost, and they hit a buzzer beater 3, and oh my God, the Pacers have a chance. Everybody's money was already in on OKC.
Right.
So how does Vegas make money if everybody's already betting on the team that's going to win anyway? We got to make some excitement. We got to make a storyline. Let's make sure OKC loses a game here. Let's make sure they lose. Now they're down 2-1. Everybody wants to watch. The Pacers have a chance. Oh my God, the Pacers, they're playing. Man, shut the fuck up. Pacers ain't doing shit.
Well, like you said, the topic we had last week is this man superstar. You said, yeah, 4 points. 4
And
points.
they wasn't field goals. They were free throws.
Oh God!
He didn't make a free throw. He didn't make not a free throw. He didn't make a field goal the entire game.
Not only that, he had the little the face he made at the end of the game. It's troubling me. Like he gave up already.
I hope his punk ass dad was there. Now he's hurt.
What, his father or
no, Halliburton. Now Halliburton's hurt. That's why he had 4 points, because he's hurt.
See, this is when my old school come on me. When I heard, like, it was one time, like, it's like Shaq. Let's say Shaq could have 10, probably as low as was 4, but that's like later down the line in his career. But maybe 10, especially in the playoffs. He don't come out and say he hurt. He come out the next game and bust your ass for at least 20 to 32, at least 15 rebounds, at least 5 or 6 blocks, at least. I don't see it in him, bro. I don't see it in Halliburton this next game. I don't see it. If anybody watches, you got something to say, fucking say it. Keep it real. I don't see it. I think he gave up. Last game, mid-game. I'm keeping it 100. Like, this dude, like, he's like, you know what? I'm ready for next year. It was fun. It was fun to be here. He did it. I didn't. It was fun being here. He loves being the bridesmaid, and that's what he was.
I hope Harkenstein has so much love for the Knicks after this next game that he walks up to him and I hope somebody does it in his face after this game, after they lose.
So it's gonna be crazy because it's gonna be in Indiana, Game 6, and if OKC should be able to finish it off because you already took their heart. Now just vacuum their soul and win game 6 on their court, and make sure you celebrate. Make sure you celebrate good. So the locker room will smell like the champagne from next year.
You know what I'm pissed? You know the other thing I'm pissed about with the NBA? Why do they keep letting people like Reggie Miller and Richard Jefferson call Knicks games?
High five.
You know they don't like the Knicks. Why do you have them calling Knicks games?
Who, Richard
Like
Jefferson?
Richard Jefferson and your boy Reggie Miller.
You know why.
Reggie Miller should never be allowed to call a Knicks game, especially if it's a playoff game against the Pacers.
You know why.
That last game, he wore all black to the game.
You know why.
That's
Ratings.
some sucker shit.
Ratings.
Yeah, but you pissing the fan
like-
base off.
That's like you know Shaq didn't like the Knicks either. Shaq
He
didn't like the Knicks
he was rooting for them this year though.
this year, but
Barkley's a bitch ass nigga. Barkley was just going at the Knicks every game. Even when they won, he had a problem with them.
Barkley don't like the
what they did
Lakers.
to
He
him.
don't like Phoenix. He don't like San Antonio. He definitely don't like Houston. And he always got something to say. It's good TV if you got the guys that actually made a difference in the league, and they still got that hatred. They're not, you know that hatred you was talking about last week about motherfuckers like didn't go out and have a good time. Like Reggie, remember Reggie wasn't shit. No disrespect to his career, but Reggie wasn't shit into the playoffs against the Knicks.
Yeah.
So he gonna keep that. He gonna keep that going. Like even towards his he's in the Hall of Fame, right? Yeah, he's in the Hall of Fame.
And they about to lose like he did.
Just like he did 20 years later. Or 25 years later.
Same coach and everything.
Oh, that's crazy work. All right, we're done with basketball. Let's go to our last segment, which is our favorite sport, the football. And you asked this question, and you said that the Giants made the right choice because they're trying to play with the media and our emotions. They're showing a lot of good highlights, but they're not showing that this motherfucker went 5 for 9. I forgot how many yards, but 2 interceptions.
They don't show none of that.
In practice, are you saying the Giants defense good or the second team suck? Because that was second team. That's not the first team. Are you ready, Dark? This is not college. Are you ready?
I'm gonna let you answer that. You the resident Giants fan.
I'm not concerned with the practice numbers.
Do you know why I'm not concerned at all? He's not going to get to play this year. So what difference do it make what he doing his first off-season OTAs? He's not going to play this year.
I'm the kind of guy when it comes to especially rookie quarterbacks and what the Giants just did. They went and got Russell Wilson, they got Winston, and they got him, right?
Yeah.
He's not starting week 1, so I'm not concerned.
He's not starting week nothing.
He's not starting.
After the new coaching staff gets fired, after your coaching staff gets fired after this season, which I think is totally unfair, but it's business. They got to blame somebody.
Yeah.
And they ain't never going to blame the owner that gave Daniel Jones $160 million. They going to blame the GM and the coach. I think it's a pretty good coach. I don't think they've ever let him pick his team. I'm not even sure if Jackson Dart was his guy. It's possible. But it's possible.
I don't think it was. Like I got videos.
It doesn't feel like it. It doesn't feel like it was.
I mean, it's a picture I could have chose how he looked at him.
It doesn't feel like it was. And I'll tell you about another topic I forgot to tell you about. It doesn't feel like it was his choice. It feels like this was another thing the owner wanted, so they made it happen. And it is what it is.
I ain't going to even say the owner. I'm going to say this is the GM right here.
Yeah, that's it.
The GM. This GM because you got to make up for your mistake 2 years in a row. You could have got Jaden Daniels. You didn't get that. You could have got Shador this year, but again,
he could have got Penix. He could have got Penix. He could have got Bo Nix. He could have got anybody.
He could have got anybody.
JJ McCarthy. He passed on all of them.
And now you went and got him. Not to saying Dart is a bad player, but he got
know what my problem? You know what my biggest problem is with Dart? all of the quarterbacks that play in that system look good in college and never look good in the NFL. Matt Corral, it's a bunch of them that did numbers in college in that system. Lane Kiffin's system is great for quarterbacks, but when they get to the league, brother,
I'm,
they don't do good in the league once they leave that system and come to the NFL.
I'm trying
There's
to think.
none of them that do good in that system and make it in the league.
Well, you gotta say like that. It's none that actually played a full like 4-year program under that system.
You know,
Because,
kids ain't playing 4 years.
but 3-4 years, because you gotta say
Yeah,
3-4 years.
they out of there after 2 if
Yeah,
they can.
because remember, Hurt was under that system. Tua was under that system when he was with Alabama.
Nah, I'm talking about him as a head coach. Him in Alabama is sort of different because Saban still has final say over everything. Him as a head coach in Mississippi, none of them for Ole Miss, the players that come out of there, they do great in college in terms of numbers. But when it comes to the league, it's a different story. Like when it's just him in charge, they do numbers all the time. But in the league, it's something different. I mean, technically, we really don't even need to talk about him. The only reason he's gonna keep coming up in conversation is because of Shador for the most part. Him and Shador are gonna always be linked together because y'all took him instead of Shador because y'all didn't like his personality. You put winning over personality. Well, you put personality over winning.
It's so many factors on that, not just personality. Y'all want the NFL, not just Giants. Let's say
Yeah,
NFL.
it's a lot. There's a lot going on with that whole situation. But in right now for the Browns, Shador's being a complete professional.
Oh,
And he actually looks the best out of all of the quarterbacks there. And hopefully he'll get a shot one day. But the NFL has so much pride and the organizations don't want to look stupid that they would never start him even though he's the best player for them to start. They're gonna go with Flacco, they're gonna go with Pitt, whoever they go with, it ain't gonna be Shador to start the season, even though in practice he's showing you he's the best quarterback you have.
I'm telling you, I'm calling it right now. The special Lions is not in no type of playoff contention. They're gonna wait till probably week 14.
And they got a rough schedule to start. I think their first 6 games they might get like 2 wins.
Jeez. All right, I think we're done with you, Dirk. But I can't say nothing until I see you in the playoff against an actual team where they do defense. I want to see how he looks in the field, but like we just said, he's not starting week 1. He's not starting. So you're on the learning tree.
You got too many people's jobs on the line. He's not going to start this year.
No.
Unless they have a super bad season, which with their schedule, that's very easy to do. Unless they have a super.
Uh-oh. Are we frozen or is it me?
We back, right? We
Yeah.
good? All right. So what's going to end up happening? They're going to have a bad season. Flacco might get hurt. He's old. They might end up trading Jameis Winston somewhere that needs him because somebody's going to get hurt in the preseason.
Whew.
Somebody's going to need a starter, and Winston's probably the best backup right now in the league. He might be the best backup between him and Daniel Jones, I would say, running around. So he'll get a shot later on in the season when the season is bad and they have no reason to play. Russell have no reason to play. I keep saying Flacco. Russell and if Russell starts off bad, I think Russell's gonna be fine only because Russell's smart enough to just keep throwing the neighbors. You know what I mean? That's the only reason I think he'll be fine. Him and Jameis, they feed their stars. He's gonna keep throwing them. He's gonna force feed neighbors.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, so
I am not going to hear not one complaint from neighbors talking about give me the damn ball. They're gonna throw it
oh,
to you. You just got to make some good
I'm
plays.
sure neighbors would love Jameis to start because Jameis don't care if you got 4 people on you.
I do. God damn it. I do. I do. Uh, so let's go. What we got next? Let's talk about this right here. We got two things on the Bengals. So contract conversation has restarted for Hendricks. And what's your take on this? They finally they renegotiating his contract, or is it too late?
It's not too late. The problem is the only reason they're doing it is because Joe Burrow is telling them they have to. The Bengals are notorious for not bringing back good players, even when they're in their prime. Like, there's no way you was gonna not pay Jamar Chase. But Burrow is the reason Higgins got paid. If Burrow didn't tell them to bring them, you heard him out there campaigning for these dudes.
Right.
They would have been got rid of Hendrickson, even though he's really good. They would have been got rid of him. They don't care about their defense. Look, they just got rid of Pratt, their best linebacker. Then
Right.
where did he go? He just signed somewhere. I think he signed with the Raiders.
Shit, I gotta look it up.
I think he went to the Raiders. But yeah, they don't care about that. They're giving Joe. They said, "Listen, Joe, this is what you want. You want us to pay these 3 players? Everywhere else is gonna suffer." It's kind of like what the Cowboys did with that. All right, we'll pay you, but we ain't improving nowhere else. Go out there and win some games on your own. Now
Mm-hmm.
that you want 60 million, we'll give you 60. But now you gotta go out there and play with this bullshit team that we got for you, because we can't afford to bring nobody else in. But even though they could, this was like, all right, now go do it. Since you want to be the highest paid player in the league, go do it on your own. And that's what they doing with Burrow. You want Chase, you want Higgins, we're gonna give you what you have. You want Hendrickson, we're gonna try to get him in here. If we can't, we can't. But we're gonna give you what you asked for, and you better win us. You better take us to the playoffs. That's how these teams be doing, bro. Hendricks should have been out of there. He should have been sent to Washington a long time ago. But he's
Wow.
still there.
I mean, now when you say that, now Burrow, don't be like Dak and get caught on TV saying you fucking suck. Because I got that shit. It's still
Man,
documented. But
I mean, he ain't telling no lies. You can't hold something again. You can't hold it against the man for being honest.
I swear, I can't defend that because you said it now. But
But how do you say that out loud with everybody watching?
sticking with the Bengals, this is the order. Selected 17 overall. Bengals going to change his rookie contract. He refused. He might be re-entering the fucking draft next year.
Oh boy, this kid is a moron.
Bro,
Um,
you are. This is my problem with this shit. NFL, any sports, rookies should not have no say so, no contract. Period. You didn't do shit yet. You should be. You should be. This. I mean, the great Michael Jordan said it best. You haven't done nothing yet.
but the bigger problem with this specific player is I could halfway understand if you were a good college player. You had no business being drafted in the first round to begin with, to be here negotiating a contract. You played in college for 3 years. You average 1.5 sacks a year. 1.5 sacks. Why are you negotiating? You should be telling them you'll pay them. You ended up in the NFL in the first round because you had a great combine workout. He's an athlete. He's a hell of an athlete. bench press, high jump. He can do all four. He can do all of the athletic testing.
Mhm.
You had 1.5 sacks 3 years straight.
He's a
You finished your college career with 4.5 sacks, and you have the nerve to be talking about you might get redrafted.
is he a in or
He's a defensive end,
that's the kind of numbers
and quite pathetic.
that's the kind of numbers like for I don't know.
Bro, that's the number for the fourth string somebody, the fourth string D tackle. You're
That's
on the field for the majority of the snaps. You have 1.5 sacks a year. Like, how do you even do that 3 years straight? The exact same number, the exact same patheticness. 1.5 sacks, and you out here, you got drafted 17th, and you're complaining about a contract? Bro,
so the question is not for Dart. The question is for the not the
the
Giants, but the
Bengals
Bengals.
too. Well, you know how these dudes do. Somebody shoots up the draft board because of their workout at the combine. That happens every year. Every year you got somebody that ain't got no business being in the first round but this kid they was projecting him top 10, top 11. What are these scouts looking at besides this combine? He had 4.5 sacks. What are you thinking? He's going to get with the right defensive line coach and he's just going to bring it out of him? He is Jadeveon Clowney's nephew.
Are you fucking kidding me?
He's not. No, that's what he's going to be in the NFL. He's going to be
Okay.
Jadeveon Clowney's nephew.
Okay, because you saw how I just wrote like, oh shit.
That's going to be his nephew. The same dude, crazy combine, one good highlight where you blew up a play in the backfield in college, and that's it. You're going to get to the NFL, be across from a really good pass rusher, and give him no help.
Probably have one good season, maybe one good
No
season.
help. Bro, I'm putting a stack on whatever his sack total is. I'm putting a stack on the under. You can't get 2 sacks in college. You got shit in me.
Especially in
Because these
Texas
dudes
A&M.
in the NFL gonna toss you on your back if you can't get around the college offensive tackles. These
Especially in
dudes
Texas
in the
A&M.
pros ain't gonna play with you.
You being in Texas A&M, you should have got at least 8 to 10, at least.
His play is disgusting. Disgusting.
The Broncos moved
That's a
up.
solid. If he can finally stay, you got to do running back by committee and pray that he stays healthy. If they do
Yeah.
running back by committee, they're gonna have a solid running back on because of the draft picks. So
When this dude,
hopefully,
I was gonna say when this dude's healthy,
he's a
that boy
ball.
got he could sense the end zone.
Man, he had the charge. He was the reason the Chargers was good the first half of the season before he got hurt. He was the reason. Not Herbert. It was him. Herbert didn't start throwing until he got hurt. Herbert didn't have to do no work the first half of the season. Harbaugh was just handing it off. You had him and Edwards, but he was the bell cow. Edwards was the backup.
Which is weird because you're a fucking damn Buckeye. But but Harbaugh know how good you are, so he was feeding it to you. But goddamn, bro, now you with the Broncos.
I hope he stays healthy. I hope he stays healthy and he's successful because he's a really good teammate.
Oh yeah, I mean
He will die for his teammates.
him. You got Bo Nix. You got.
Oh, they got a squad. They got a squad. They went off in the draft. They went off in free agency. They got Evan Ingram. They went and signed Evan Ingram. You still got Sutton. You got Vele. They got receivers. They got weapons. You got a running quarterback that's gonna give you probably 1,000 yards on the ground this year.
Wait. I thought Evan Ingles retired.
No, Ingram got traded to the Broncos.
Oh shit! I thought he retired.
They got a squad.
Okay.
And they already went to the playoffs last year, so this is just gonna make them better.
Yeah, when you go to playoffs, that means only way it's going up now. Y'all, I think they went to it's
I
a wild
still
card.
think I still think the Niners should sign Von Miller to a veteran minimum contract to come off the bench for pass rush situations only.
Oh, we like to finish it off with this guy.
They should be quick.
This guy. He said the game has given me a ton. I just want to give love back to the game, enjoy it, and pass on my knowledge.
I need to know for sure, and I need you to do some research on this and help me find out the truth. Did this asshole actually tell the Steelers if they draft Shador Sanders, he would not sign with them?
So
I've seen a lot of stories saying that happened,
yeah,
but I need to know if it's true or not, so I can know how badly I want to root against him this year.
that's what's been reported in so many like media, socials, and on the TV, but it's not no evidence that he actually said it. So
I
I
need
don't know,
evidence, because I
but
need to know.
it's leading up to that because the Steelers had a great opportunity to get any quarterback, not just Sanders, any of those quarterbacks. They ain't getting no
They
quarterback.
passed on everybody on purpose because they knew he was coming. So I think he really said it because it sounds like something he would do.
You know, I
Because
think
if you think about it, look what the Steelers did with Russell and Fields. So when you got a team like that that's willing to bench their starter, even though they having a winning season, what would they do to me if even though I'm Aaron Rodgers? Would they bring in Shador because he looks real good in practice and let him take over the team? So I mean, from an ego standpoint, I could definitely see him doing it.
well, no, you. I'm not going to shit on your career. You got a Hall of Fame career. You got the ring,
The man can throw. I
throw.
mean, he can throw at arm angles you've never seen him do from
Bro,
off the back foot, everything. Amazing talent. He just
he's just
people love him more than they should because you have one ring.
I,
You had the number one seed like 30 times and got knocked out.
this is where I hope, and I hope I kind of pissed off somebody when I say this. I do, because I said this before. You are what you hate. You did not like Brett Favre, but you did the same
He
thing Brett
is
Favre did
Brett
to you.
Favre. He followed his whole
You follow
career.
you like Brett Favre walked on sand and left his footprints, and you walked right into those same footprints. Hey,
He
you
did a
went to the
Cody
same fucking team he went to after he left Green Bay.
and then tried to go to the second team he went to.
Like, bro, I'm like, dude,
Stop
you got
sticking
the
your
damn
tongue out like
motherfucking.
he's Kobe sticking his tongue out like Jordan. That's what this is. This is Kobe sticking like Favre was his dad. Like Favre raised him, loved him.
The funny thing about this is the ring that you got was against the team you playing for now.
Yeah. So now you're gonna stop them twice from getting a ring.
Yeah, that was the post last week. So, but I mean, you got He's, as we can see, he's at the training camp, which is cool. Get you some. I mean, get you some reps with DK because you're gonna need it. This is probably one you haven't received like this in a long time outside of Adams. So get those reps in. But other than that, I don't know about your running. I don't know about the running game. I don't without TJ Watt. I don't know about this defense. Last week I said this. I probably got
TJ Watt will be back.
step down a little.
They'll pay TJ Watt because they only spend money on defense. They don't spend money on the offense.
Because that's Steelers, bro. That's just
I'm not mad at them.
That's the
Steelers are known for having a good offensive line, a good running back, and a great defense.
Great defense. That's their.
But they
that's
don't
their
have a good
franchise.
they don't have a good offensive line. Their defense is a little bit older. and they got a starting. They running back is gonna be a rookie.
And you're 41 years old without with that offensive line. Prepare to see the grass. Even if you get the ball off. Prepare to see the grass.
And you're in a division with the Ravens and the Browns on defense.
Myles Garrett got a grave site for you.
Oh, he can't wait.
You know he's licking his chops. So
You got a quarterback that can't move. That's perfect.
And then the game where Aaron Rodgers is coming back to Lambeau. So you already know how that
I told you early in the year that their whole season is basic. He's gonna play the Vikings that didn't want him. He's gonna play the Jets week 1. He's gonna play the Packers in Lambeau. Like they did the schedule knowing that he was gonna sign with the Steelers. That's how you know all this shit is rigged to begin with. Because how did you know he was gonna sign with the Steelers and he didn't sign till a month later?
So
you know what I mean? So you did a whole schedule knowing that he was going to the Steelers.
So with Aaron Rodgers, I'm gonna put a Kevin Durant on Aaron. Is this a one and done for him?
Oh yeah. Unless the Steelers want him back. Because right now they don't have the quarterback of the future on their roster. So they could bring him back for another year. The Steelers' problem is they never have a bad enough team where they're happy not being under 500 in 20 years or whatever the hell the record is. They're cool. They're happy with just that record. Like it don't seem like they're trying to go above and beyond to win a ring. You brought in Rodgers, who's gonna make you good, but I think Rodgers is gonna give you the same thing Russell gave you.
Good,
but remember, Russell only started to tail off when what's the kid name, the receiver? When he got hurt and wasn't playing, that's when Russell started playing bad. But before he got hurt, Russell was balling. I'm not gonna say balling, but he was giving you
he was giving
you yardage that Fields wasn't giving you. He was giving you receiving yards Fields couldn't give you.
Yeah, he was keeping them in the fight. It's just
yeah.
So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see. So when I say interesting for me is when I say he's following in Brett Favre's footsteps, it's gonna take that one good hit to retire you.
So everybody's gonna watch their games just because he's there.
Oh yeah.
If you look at the roster, they don't really have a great roster on offense. You got Metcalf, then what? You know what I mean? You got Wilson that came from Michigan. He'll have a full year under his belt. He'll be healthy. You got a handful of okay players, but you don't have nobody that's going to stand out. Freiermuth will probably be his best friend. Metcalf and Freiermuth going to be the two top receivers on this team. But and we're going to see what these running backs do. The kid they drafted is pretty good. You got Warren still there. We just going to have to see with every team. So good.
All right. So this is a short week for football, but we're officially done, my brother. But
I might go back to the casino.
I see. I hope you still got that hot streak, bro, because God damn.
I ain't going back. I got a poker game at 7.
Oh, that's right. You gotta go to okay.
I ain't going back today. Maybe another day.
What's your closing segment before we get out of here?
Happy Father's Day. Happy belated Father's Day to all the fathers. Especially the ones teaching your kids sports. Try to go to as many games as you can because you never get that time back.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody just have a great weekend. Stay safe out there. No, we do.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, brother.
Anytime, brother. I gave up a hot streak for this, so you know I'm committed.
Yes, I see that. I see that. Let me know what's that down payment on that bike though.
I'm waiting for the guy to text me back. the bike I'm getting is only like $8,000, so I'm not getting 4 down. So we'll see.
D money back on a bike. Shit.
Yeah. I mean, my baby's still outside. I got my Boulevard outside. This is an extra bike.
When the last time I saw you ride though?
It's my extra.
All right, man.
I'm
We'll do
a
this
year
next
I'm a
week.
year round rider though. I don't. There's no riding season for me. I ride when it's cold.
But you in D on Delaware, so it's a lot of open space over there.
Yeah, I ride when it's cold. I don't care about none of that. I
A
just
lot of
lay
open
it up.
space. All right, brother. We will be
All
back
right,
next
good
week,
brother.
episode 40. Holla at you
Hey,
later.
over. Brandon.
So, my bro, my closing statements is simple. Simple, especially when it comes to sports. Continue to watch what you watch. Uh, baseball season is heating up. Basketball season is getting ready to end possibly on Thursday. We're gonna have major talks of NFL, because especially when minicamp, always some booming news happening there, especially with trades and all that jazz. Again, congratulations to DC for winning the UFL Football League. I'm trying to see if I can find Canadian football because I'm a big fan of CFL. Big news on this podcast. Season 2 for us starts the first week of NFL, so I'm gonna work on new intro, probably not new logo, but probably new overlays and stuff on here. Uh, Thank you for the support. Facebook, I'm over 1,500 followers. YouTube, I'm getting up there with numbers because I just don't do this. I do wrestling podcasts and content. On Twitch, I'm getting my numbers up. So thank y'all for all the support. I am going to do live content this weekend. I will be in Brooklyn with my lovely wife and my partner, my brother, Jaquez from the Wolfpack Wrestling Podcast. We're going to be at Jobber Slam this weekend. So if you're a wrestling fan and you want to see wrestling for the culture, please come on and support. I think the tickets are between $30 to $40. So I mean, you all just type in Jobber Slam, and they'll tell you it on Eventbrite. They tell you all the information there. But until then, next week, episode 40, sports talk. Just two sports fans talking about sports. All right. So one finger in the air for love, two fingers for peace. Deuces. And I am out. So I'm out, damn it.